And good morning, 9:40 is the time. Glad to have you with us here. My name is Gary Freeman. This is KGAB Mornings, and our next guest, I just simply call her Dr. Kate. Possibly sunbathing may help cause some pregnancy. Good morning, Dr. Kate. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing well. Well, this is kind of interesting to me. Sunbathing may cause pregnancy. I'm sure there's some little details in there we're not looking at. Explain this one to us.
Yeah, so there was a large study looking at about 6,000 women who underwent IVF or in vitro fertilization to get pregnant. And the women who had more sun exposure the month before had more successful IVF.
Really?
And so they posited that the exposure to the sun the month before conception was likely to help with the maturing of the egg, and that this was really attributed to raised vitamin D levels and improving melatonin levels, which then helped regulate her reproductive cycle.
So are raising these levels more on an artificial level? Is this part of the process anyway?
Well, vitamin D made in the skin from sun exposure lasts twice as long in the blood as vitamin D ingested from the diet or from supplementation. And so in my practice, I prefer that women go outside in the sun for 30 minutes every day to raise their vitamin D levels through the sun. But you can also do it through supplementation or diet.
Okay, so about 6,000 women, they researched on this?
Mm-hmm.
And so they found that sunshine, temperatures, and clear skies improves fertility treatment results.
Yes.
So any way to nail this down? I mean, it seems kind of up in the air. I mean, I know they did this, like some of the treatments or tests they do on people, it's pretty, substantial black and white. This is kind of like, well, it could be or couldn't be, but based on the testing that has been done, it could be.
Right, and there are other studies that show that vitamin D has an important role in other matters concerning moms and their children. Vitamin D affects issues of cesarean section, type 1 diabetes in kids. For example, vitamin D deficiency at the time of delivery quadrupled the risk of cesarean section. So we know that vitamin D impacts a woman's health during her pregnancy and the baby that she's carrying. And so it's not that surprising to me that vitamin D before pregnancy is impacting our ability to get pregnant.
Well, since this result came out of Belgium, researcher Frank, I'm not even going to try this, Vander Kirchhoff or something like that, how many women have been contacting your office, or how much do you utilize this study to encourage them to be out in the sun?
This is a fairly new study, and so I don't use this particular one very much, and my practice is focused on holistic fertility, meaning helping women to get pregnant without having to use IVF. And I talk to my clients at every visit about the importance of vitamin D for optimizing health in the reproductive years. So this is a very important part of my practice, and it's really exciting to see this new large study that simple things like going out in the sun and relaxing are good for your health and good for your fertility.
We're talking with Dr. Kate Naumes. She's an expert on female health issues. So what are some other ways to boost a woman's fertility on maybe more of a natural level, since we know that people are wanting to go more organic and more natural?
Great question. Diet has a huge impact on a woman's fertility. In this study where they were talking about how sun improved the maturing of the woman's egg, so does diet. And diet also helps a woman ovulate more regularly. It helps improve implantation. So diet is a big thing. There are some great supplements out there that we know balance out a woman's estrogen and progesterone and are more likely to help her get pregnant in that cycle. And then stress modification is incredibly important toward optimizing fertility, as well as getting really good sleep, good quality and quantity.
So we know this increases ovulation, but what about drive? Is that correlated with some of these other habits as far as diet and sleep and what have you?
When you say drive, do you mean sex drive?
Yes.
Oh, definitely. And everyone loves that. The husband loves that. The wife loves that she has more libido. And a healthy woman has a higher libido for the most part.
That's good, because I think there's an old wives' tale that says basically, well, once they hit menopause, it's all done, it's all over. But then we're finding out more and more ladies who have been a little more open about their sexuality have said, No, I'm in my 60s and 70s, and, it's 2 or 3 times a week. So evidently, that was somewhat of a misnomer.
Yeah, you can't see my face, but I'm smiling, and I love that, and I think it's really true. Women are sexual and sensual beings their entire reproductive life and beyond, and as long as they can feel safe and happy in their relationships and stay healthy, they have a great chance of being that way long past menopause.
That's awesome. Well, Dr. Kate Naumes, if we want to get some more information from you, ma'am, or maybe want to study up or ask you some questions on some ladies out in the audience that may be, struggling with fertility, how can we do that?
Yes, you can go to my website at drkateDallas.com. That's the best way to reach me.
Kate Dallas, like Dallas, Texas?
Yep.
Okay, drkateDallas.com. And Dr. Kate, thanks for carving out part of your morning to be with us here today. This has been some really good stuff. And again, because I know there's a lot of ladies, they don't come out open. They might have talks with their girlfriends and whatnot that do struggle with fertility. And I think there's a whole lot more than what we think. And hopefully this program has helped them, at least give them some resources in their hands to be able to come to some conclusions and maybe able to even produce their own child.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Kate. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend.